G'day folks, I'm Corey from Rockpole. Me and my wife Amanda. We live fully off-grid in the wheatbelt region of WA. And today I've been given the privilege of being able to take you lot on a garden tour. But first we have to start the tour outside the garden because we have this rogue Queensland blue pumpkin that is just going a little bit bonkers. So as you can see, we got a few growing. There's about 6 I counted outside the fence, ranging from like little ones to this size, and there's bigger ones on the inside. So this is actually just one plant. Must have found something in the soil that it likes, and away you go. So welcome to Willie's Patch. I call it Willie's Patch because you'll hear in some of the videos that we've got a lot of willy wagtails, and their chirp is really loud on the camera. I don't think there's any in here at the moment because I can't hear any, but welcome. And we'll start by right behind me, passion fruit plant. One passion fruit plant. It's got some had a flower. It's got some fruit growing on it. We have had passion fruit off this over the past couple of years. This is I think 2 years old, and the fruit is like sweet as, it's lovely. These are our leptospermins. This is like the Aussie, the Australian manuka type plant that the bees make the medical honey from. So we've got a hedge of these growing. Oh, so we've just got some retic on. I'll just get the camera lady just to switch that valve down there and turn that off. Okay, so retic's off. Let's start the tour from rock melons. These rock melons were sourced locally last year, and we kept the seeds from them, and we planted them a bit late, but they're growing, like they're getting there. So today we actually went and got some more rock melons to have with ice cream, because that's just what you have rock melons with. And I saved all the seeds because I got one in the fridge for tonight, and I cut the rest up and put in the freezer for my smoothies, and I saved all the seeds. So we're chatting to the guy who's only 5 minutes that way, puts his rock melon seedlings in the ground start of October in our area. So we learned that today, and we also got some butternut pumpkins from him as well. So we're going to save the seeds from them too. Now we have our rogue tomato bush, which is going quite well. It's got a bit of fruit. It's not actually, it is fruiting, but they're not ripening much yet. I don't know if that's, I think we were chatting to our soil expert lady, and she suggested a lack of potassium. So we did give it some potassium powder diluted in water the other day to help with the fruit. And she also came up with this other crazy idea, because she's a crazy soil lady. Banana peel tea to help with potassium. So Robin, we have some banana peels, a little air bubbler, and we're making potassium tea. Alright, further down this way, we have this random plant here. I think it's like a pumpkin slash squash plant. I'm not real sure.
It's a patio pumpkin.
It's a patio pumpkin.
Yeah.
So it's been struggling. I think it's because it's in this pot. But this fruit here basically just appeared the other day. I didn't even notice it, and it was there. And now we've got a few more little ones, so we're just going to leave it, see what happens.
I think one of the reasons that might be is because I pulled out the other 2 plants that were in there, because I did overplant it.
Oh yes.
And then as soon as I pulled them out, that one was able to...
Oh, there you go. It's good having a wife that writes on everything. So it's a golden nugget. Some not habaneros, but some jalapenos. Hope I say that correctly. 2 jalapeno bushes. This one is actually a bit stunted on the growth. I don't quite know what's happening, but you know, it's healthy.
I think they're growing. It's just not quite as fast as the other ones.
Yeah.
This one I would say is what maybe stunted.
Yeah.
That one started small.
So it's going pretty good. This is just is it called a wisteria? I think it's actually getting some new growth here on these little fronds. Is that what they're called?
Huh.
I think they're new.
Yeah. No, You're
I would
right, there it
say.
is.
Oh yeah, definitely new. Look at that.
You're right.
Camera lady, you need to plant this in a bigger pot or put it in the ground in its forever home.
Gotcha.
Job. Okay. Now we come down to the next bed. Some lettuces. Oh, look at that. It's bloody
Bolting already.
spinach and it's bolting already. It's only like a seedling we put in the ground a week ago.
It's obviously not the right time of year for it.
No. So we'll get rid of that. So yeah, so we got some charred spinach there. Some frangipani offcuts from my mother. They're a red flower, frangipani, is that right? I think there's a name for it, but you know, they're red. Here we have some lemongrass. There you go, some lemongrass, which could go into its
Got that on special.
forever home. We'll put that there so I can get some sprinkler. Another tomato bush. These are the ones that Robin helped plant, so that's probably why they're growing so well. Lots of tomatoes on these. Bit of basil hiding down there. Basil. This is our kind of makeshift seedling thing that Amanda made today. So we're going to see how, we were talking about like a seedling growing station. So we're going to see how these go. And they're all labelled. I can't quite read them all upside down, but most of them say chili, capsicum. What does that one say in there? And tomatoes.
I can see they're wicking up the water and it's smudging my writing. So
They might be a bit too wet. And a little bit of cloth there just to help with the harsh light, and most importantly keep bloody Willy out of it.
Just through like the heat of the day.
Yeah, because it is pretty hot. But it's going to be 40 tomorrow here, so it does get pretty hot. We got some more. Oh, it's bloody bolting again. Some more spinach here. I did stumble across a 6-punnet pack of corn a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, we'll just whack it in the garden and see what it does. And it's actually looking pretty damn healthy. So this is just another little bed that, you know, hasn't been given much love, but it's got stuff growing. We got some Brazilian spinach from Robin. It's like it died and then it just started growing again. So I think you were right, Robin. It's pretty hard to kill, and that one's coming up again. And this is is it gooseberry?
elderberry.
Elderberry, sorry. Same thing, just different plant. Right. And then most importantly, I don't know what that one is.
That's the white yarrow.
Oh, that's a white yarrow just there. What does that do?
Oh, stuff.
So the white yarrow does stuff. I thought it was a little fern, but you know, anyway. Now we're here for the most important part of the garden, I think. Can't wait for these. So these are our jalapenos, and these are going like pretty decent. They are, quite a few on there. So we tried some jalapeno poppers at a pub just recently, and Amanda and I both agreed that we need to grow some. So these have been in for about 2 months, but so I can't wait to try some of them, some crumbed jalapeno poppers. So after we make the poppers, yeah, and this is back to our Rogue Queensland Blue pumpkin over here. This is where it's kind of dominating this end of the garden. I'll just jump over. I'm so athletic. You can see here we got like a pretty big one growing. This is probably the biggest. There, that's my hand. So we've got a few of these like that, another one over there, and then we got like more little ones here kind of growing. So just one's hanging off the fence. Now we're not sure how the hanging ones are going to go because they're actually quite heavy. I know it's like a climbing vine and fruit's made to hang, but we'll just see what happens. This is the same rock melon seeds as up there, just different. Whether it's because this actually gets the sun on this edge, it's not shaded by the cloth. Maybe it's getting too hot. Maybe the soil in the pot is different to the soil up there. They all get the same amount of water, but it's not really growing that well. There is a couple of little melons on it, but not very many. You got to love a $50 deal that Amanda found. So little garden, little table and chairs that we just, I'll come and have a coffee out here in the morning, and it's bloody lovely in the morning. Same deal, the watermelon in the pot, not going that great, but it's only got 2 melons. We'll see how it goes. I'm not overly confident that it's going to go that well. Oh, and here we have an African horned cucumber, with no fruit on it. Now the reason being is the chickens actually quite like this one from the other side, and they tend to smash the new growth. Zucchini. Everyone grows zucchinis. Pulled out one this morning. We've got another couple down here. Yeah, so that's good. 2 more jalapenos in here. Now these were actually bought from the shop, these 2, whereas all the others were from seed. So these ones actually started growing really fast to start with, but then slowed down, whereas the seed ones, the ones I showed you just before, have just come on strong as. So we'll definitely be keeping seeds from that one plant in particular that's got the big ones on it. Another rogue tomato bush, which is just, it's got lots of little fruit on it, lots of flowers, you know, lots of fruit, just not ripening up yet. Now we've got more basil here. You can see that basil, lots of basil. There's another basil hiding under there down this end. And then we come down here to our little in-ground raised bed. These are some capsicums, which, look at that. What is that? People, if you know what that is, let us know. Hey, tell us what that is. Is there like end rot on a capsicum? What causes that? We got some snake beans.
That plant's going a bit, like,
Yeah.
not happy.
Mm.
The chickens are hammering it from the other side though.
Yeah, so...
Oh.
Oh. Just don't touch the snake beans. So, snake beans. This is another cucumber. Whoop, there's a big one out there. One there. One up there. We've had a few off this. We got some spinach and chard along here.
That spinach isn't bolting.
No. Different punnet, different... Who knows? You know?
Rainbow chard?
Rainbow chard. The bees actually love this sprinkler because this is the lowest sprinkler. So when I turn it off, all the water actually runs out of this one, being the lowest point. And there's quite often a lot of bees on there. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'll still eat that. I'll just cut that bit out. Same deal on this one. Must be something. Someone will tell us. And then more capsicums down there. 2 more. And another tomato plant with lots of fruit. So that's our little garden tour on the 7th of January, Sunday the 7th of January at about 4:30 PM today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Later.